You got to understand that corporate culture and nonprofit culture are not that different because they are founded in the same thing. I'm Dr. Anna Kalschmidt. I research the unwritten rules of work for the working class and neurodivergence. I've interviewed hundreds of people, interviewed and collected survey data on hundreds of people. I can tell you right now, yes, there's industry variation, but not nearly as much as people think there is. Because all of these organizations are founded to let a very narrow person in who was a land-owning white man who was not visibly disabled. U.S. and the western part of the world. That's the definition. So when the courts demanded, really the people through the courts demanded that they let other people in, that didn't change. So there's some nuance in how you strategize and navigate. Like, obviously, if you're in a corporate space, you're going to show them how your idea or what you're working on makes them money or saves them money. Because at the end of the day, their strategy is in place. You need to talk about the strategy, but it's there to make a profit, right? In a nonprofit, you're just tweaking that because a lot of nonprofits, even if they are not currently owned by the people who initially founded them, were made as a tax write-off. They're still trying to make and save money. You show how it aligns with the mission. You show how it's an ethical use of funds. You show how it's an efficient use of funds. You show how it brings them a positive reputation. Listen, a lot of my clients are nonprofits, especially since all the Trump drama since 2024. A lot of the clients I still have are nonprofits. A lot of them have still been the only ones still willing to even talk about stuff like this during the past 2 years. So I'm not shitting on nonprofits, but a lot of them were founded still by the same group of people, rich white men, or their wives. They're rich white women who you see in the Gilded Age show. Like, that's what they were allowed to do. And those people, could have passed on. It could be in different hands. It could have great other leadership now. That doesn't mean that the core of it has changed or that they're going to know these things because the culture is just normal to them. I said this before, I'll say it again. Academia ain't that different either from corporate. I think it has this image in people who aren't in academia of, oh, they have summers off. That's usually not true. If they're actually off, they're not getting paid, but they're usually having to find a contract somewhere or doing research or trying to catch up on things. They may not have strict 95 hours, but the joke is you choose which 70 hours a week you work. I mean, there's some nuance, yes, of like tenure, though that is extremely rare to get now. Most of academia in the U.S. is run by adjuncts who are part-time workers without benefits, who are extremely underpaid for the hours, usually below minimum wage. But the system is structured not to count those hours, so it doesn't get called. There's nuance in academics like to overthink a problem and go really in depth, while, in corporate, you'll have someone fart an idea and go with it and spend millions of dollars. Academia kind of has the opposite. They make a chair and a bureaucracy for everything. You're still going to have to learn how to self-promote yourself. You're still going to have to learn how to handle conflict indirectly, or to at least pick up on it so you know when you need to have your guard up. There's still a lot of rumors and bullying. While they're not there to turn a profit, the university very much cares about how much grant money they're bringing in. You have a teeny tiny budget, if one at all, to spend on your lab. You have to secure external funding to do pretty much anything. You're gonna tweak how you present, but just know that a lot of the undercurrent culture is the same because it's classism, patriarchy, and white supremacy baked into whatever system it is in the current economic system of capitalism. So how you frame it matters, but knowing the culture is always important to know. Every time I speak at an organization, do a workshop with their leaders, there's always someone who's been at a nonprofit or academia who's like, oh my God, I had to do this there too. And every time I speak at a nonprofit or an academia, there's someone who's like, oh my God, you're reminding me of my 10 years in corporate. Like, there's not one wholly sanctioned space because all of this has been influenced by the dominant culture of when it was founded. That doesn't mean you don't try to do better. That doesn't mean you don't challenge it. But you do have to understand something to navigate it, and if your goal is to change it, to do that as well.